Hello, Mr. O here, and welcome back to part 2 of the Foundations of Art 3D Shapes. I'm stressing the 3D part because we're going to give the illusion through shadows and shading. Don't worry if you don't totally understand that. The next lesson I'm going to talk about shading versus coloring with a pencil and all that good stuff. And we're going to do 3 shapes today. We are going to do the rectangle, and I notice a lot of math books would call it the rectangle prism, and there's only one problem with that. Most prisms kind of have 3 sides if you don't count the ends, of course. And I want you to take a look at this. We're going to put those dots in the middle like we did with the cube. Now, could you do it like a cube and just use this length? Yes, you can. And you can do the cube like I'm about to show you. But if you take this length and go down from the corner, and you take this length, which should be exactly the same, and go up. Now, could I go longer with it? Yeah, this one you can actually go longer and it looks like a building. And you kind of give it a building look. You take the shadow, and you gotta repeat that. You gotta put that little angle on there. And you know what? I got it a little backwards. This one goes up. Even Mr. O makes mistakes. 3D shapes aren't always easy on people. Usually easier for me than that. And then I put a little shading. And so there is my 3D rectangle. The next shape I'm going to do is called a cone. Pretty easy. Think of a slice of pizza. You start like a triangle, right? We got the triangle, but we put a smile. And we got a pizza slice. Now, here is the key to make it look 3D. I'm going to go up, and I'm going to create the shadow here. But here's the other part, right in the middle of the curve. I'm going to put this out here so it forms like it's going around. And then just like a pyramid and any other shape, just shade in a little. Now, the hatch lines that go in the cone, curve them and put them farther apart, and it'll make it easier for you. Slow it down, and you get nice curves, and there you go. You got a cone. We get the, you can think of an ice cream cone. If you turn it upside down, you don't put the shadow, put some ice cream on it, and there you go. You know how to draw a cone now. Our final shape is a cylinder. Now, cylinders are very important. Whether we're drawing people, a cup, a Coke bottle, everything can be formed with a cylinder. And I probably could just do a lesson just purely on cylinders and how great it is to know how to do that. So start off with a number 11. Kind of like the rectangle there. And just like the cone, we're going to put a smile at the bottom. But right up here, we're going to put a smile at the 2 lines. And then we're going to put a frowny at the very top. And I want you to take a look at that. You can probably see the cylinder. If you want, just for your own, you can actually just shade in the middle there and give it a pipe look. Now, just like we did on the cone, but it's going to go with a very square or straight. Oops, look at that. I went off my line, and that's okay. You're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes, and we all know what Bob Ross says, happy little mistakes. And great guy, sorely miss. I'm going to just put some shading and shadowing on. There's my shadow. And then just like the cone, I'm going to put my curved lines. Now, just like the first lesson, I'd like everyone, especially if you're in my class and you're assigned this, just to practice these 3 shapes for 20 minutes. Remember, it's quality versus quantity, and when you're doing 3D shapes, you don't get to do as many, especially in 20 minutes. Hopefully you can get maybe front and back. It doesn't matter if you do 6 pages if you don't take your time, guys. So I'm going to throw this in time lapse and enjoy. I was asked this question. Do the shadows have to go towards the right? No, they could go towards the left. If you're left-handed and it's easier for you to do it the other way, you do that. The next foundation lesson is going to be the value worksheet. Please, if you struggle with shading and shadowing and understanding a little bit about light sources, I touch upon that. Please watch that one. And never forget, you are beautiful. I did that one twice in a row, but it's basically one lesson that I've done twice. Never forget that. See you guys soon.